So, as everyone has already witnessed that hysterical joke circus of a presidential debate that took place a few days ago, what more even needs to be said? America is done for. If those are the two political parties that are running for president, that is the only options. That hot mess was the only two options to choose from. Done. America is washed up. It is the laughing stock of the world. It is falling at a very rapid pace, is free falling. And it great shall be the fall of it. It's done. That was a very much, that was just a disaster. That was a disaster of a presidential debate. You got two spoiled grown devils that were not even willing to take turns and be respectable. It was just like two children going at it. Brats, spoiled brats that just wanted to get their way, just fighting over the Oval Office. Two spoiled brats fighting over the big high chair. And one obviously is more of a big devil than the other, but still, they're both devils. If you look at it from a spiritual perspective, you will see that it was literally two entities, two satanic devils that were battling one another. That's literally what it was. They kept exposing each other's flawed, faulty character and their spotted past. Both of them showing, oh, well, I did this, but you did that. Well, yes, yeah, but what did you do? Yes, but you started it. You know, it was sickening to watch. It's very sickening and pitiful. You got two entities, two sets of legions fighting one another. And all of the confusion just spewed out on the television screen. All of the confusion. The Most High is not the author of confusion. So you know Satan is behind all of it, puppeteering. But one thing that really stood out for me was the statement that President Trump said when he was pressured to speak about, these hateful groups that are, bearing arms, that are very violent, and racist. When he was pressured to, condemn them or to, reprimand them, rebuke them, he didn't. He didn't take that opportunity. But what he said was, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. You should hang up the mic right there. That shows his whole character right there. There shall be a slaughtering, particularly of the Black Americans. There shall be a slaughter. They are on standby with their guns ready, and they are skilled and highly trained. They are sharpshooters, accurate, precision in their shot. And you don't have the artillery to match these militia groups and these patriotic white Americans that are not only physically trained, but their spirit is trained to kill. They are master hunters. They kill with no conscience, cold-hearted, callous, malicious. They are built for it. Black Americans, you're not built to kill like that. I don't care how tough you talking. Oh, I'm gonna protect my family. I'm gonna do this, but you're not built to kill. You're built to stand and be brave, but you're not built to kill like the white man and like the other nations, like the heathens and the Gentiles. You're outnumbered. You're out weaponized. They have more weapons than you, and your spirit is not like theirs when it comes to murder and slaughter. You see what they did to the indigenous people of America. You see what the colonizers, the white Gentile colonizers did with no emotions attached. They didn't lose a whit of sleep for the evil that they done because it's in their DNA. Wild. They are wild by nature, a wild olive branch by nature, meaning they have a lack of empathy and consciousness and heart by nature. Now, I'm not saying that they can't repent of that and be born again, be washed, and, receive the spirit of the Most High. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the ones that are unrepentant, degenerates, the ones that are patriotic and they love Babylon and they uphold that wicked flag and they pledge allegiance to the beast. They're super soldiers for Satan. You don't have the artillery, nor do you have the disposition to fight like them in battle. You just don't. And then the Most High is not with you. He's not with you in Babylon. So there will be a cry coming from the Black American. Jacob's trouble will manifest shortly. They're on standby. They're waiting to pull the trigger. They're waiting to unleash their fury and stand proudly for their country. You're not considered a citizen, first of all. It's still written in the Constitution. The so-called blacks are not considered legal citizens. You're part beast in their sight still to this day. It has all just been covertly hidden underneath the surface, but it's still there, lying dormant. That hatred, that historical ancient hatred is still there. And for him to say, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. I mean, didn't even try to add additional, words for this to the statement for political reasons. He didn't even try to be politically correct whatsoever. That's because this is what I believe. They already know he's getting a second term. Despite how despicable and pitiful and just totally evil and stupid he looked in that presidential debate, it don't matter. It's already set in stone. Your votes, they don't matter. Now, you can take that however you want. You can believe that or not, whatever. That's to your own discretion. But it's already a blueprint. They already have their manuscript, their template, their plan. America is doomed for destruction. And they know it. And all of these presidents and governments and officials and these politicians and, these mayors and et cetera, they got land outside of America. They got citizenship in other countries. Why do you think they go around being diplomatic and, shaking hands with presidents and kings? Because when America get destroyed, they still want to have some sort of, allies, because they're going to another country. They already have land, and Trump already got towers in other countries. He already got homes in other countries. All of them do, because they know America is going to get destroyed. But you don't know that. You don't realize that, evidently, because if you did, you would be wiser than the wicked, and you would set up your house elsewhere. You would get out. You would get out quicker than they are getting out. You would have a plan. You would have a refuge. You would obey the Most High and come within his borders to the designated land. That's for the righteous. But nevertheless, what he said, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. Basically giving them the marching orders to just wait it out. I'm going to tell y'all when to step forth. He got his own little army. Trump got his own little militia. That's illegal. That's wicked. You can't have your own, military force that's backing you and ready for your command. That's not in the law. It's not in the Constitution that he could do such a thing, but he has it. And they're in the form of these white, patriotic, make America great again devils. You see? And this is serious. And this is why the Most High, has led me out of America before the conclusion of the election, because it's just going to get worse. With all of this turbulence and rumors of wars that you see on the television, and they're in the works of, rolling out this vaccine that is full of deadly poison, full of DNA altering strands, has the coronavirus in it, in and of itself. It is going to cause a lot of deaths because they need to depopulate. And then the crash of the economy, that has to happen. That has to happen, because that's written in Revelation. That's going to be the sign of the mark of the beast, is when the economy crashes, is when it's affecting your money and your ability to buy and trade and sell. That's coming. An economic collapse is on the brink in America. So they have the guillotines ready, the FEMA camp ready. They have the DUMBs ready, the deep underground military bases. They have a martial law in effect. They have the military, the feds already on American soil patrolling. They're doing that with the riots and doing that with the, protests. They already got the military on the scene for that. That's just going to be the norm. And then we know after America gets ambushed by the 10 kings, the 10 nations, the 10 countries who's going to band together and hate the whore and take her down at one time in 1 hour, when America falls in 1 hour, then the anti-Mashiach is going to rear his ugly head and bring in this false sense of peace under the guise. He's going to bring in under the guise of bringing back unity and restoring order out of chaos that he created, that the beast and Satan and his evildoers created. And those of you who narrowly escape Babylon, you don't want to leave as a refugee. You better leave while it's good and green, and they respect you to the degree that they're willing to serve you. And when you get on the plane, they feed you and they pamper you, and they ask you, do you need anything else? Is there anything I could do for you? And when you get to your location, they say, welcome. They say, welcome. But if you leave as a refugee, it's going to be, go there. Shut up. Don't look at me. Don't say, get over there. Lie down. And it's not going to be any hospitality. It's not going to be any courtesy. A refugee is treated very poorly. And that is how the other nations is going to treat any remnant, any residue that may make it out of Babylon by the skin of their teeth. You don't want to leave it like that as a refugee. You're going to be very heavily persecuted. Leave now while you got the opportunity. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. The devil got something in store for you. And it's not only just the Black America. It's not just for you. But it is mainly aiming towards the Black American, because we see that the race war has always been the undertone of Trump's whole campaign. It's always been a racial issue that has been, the theme of his whole presidential run. It's the white Americans against everybody else, essentially. Now, I know you have some Black Trump supporters. That's your own prerogative. I'm going to let you know you look very stupid in the sight of others. You do, because you look like a traitor, and nobody can respect a traitor. Although they may, welcome you to their rallies and their campaigns and whatnot, you look stupid, and they will not trust you, and you will still receive a a Proud Boy bullet. They will still proudly slaughter you, because it's for one purpose. It's for one group of people. And that is the white Americans. Why do you think they're training, going to shooting ranges, got their kids hunting and knowing how to deal with weapons? They're ready. They've waited all their days for this. It's in them. That's what the thing is. It's in them. Even if they're not consciously aware of that murderous spirit, that Cain type of spirit that is in them, it's in them by nature. They'll be unleashed. They'll be triggered and activated when the time is right. That's why he says stand back and stand by, because they're going to be activated. Trump's little own personal militia who's willing to die and kill for him, because they pledge allegiance to the beast and they don't want to see that their kingdom is falling. America is falling. Great shall be the fall of it. They're going to be casualties. Those Proud Boys and militia members and patriotic white folk, they're going to be casualties. The devil is not, he's not really racist, particularly. The devil don't discriminate when it comes to death. He wants it all across the board. So you'll be a fool to think that you have safety in Babylon, in the belly of the beast. That's an illusion. That's a tactic, and it is working on those who are gullible and those who are, they are totally brainwashed and mind controlled. They are totally under the strong delusion, hypnotized by America and its falsified, fictitious American dream. They are totally enamored, wasted off of that lie. They're drunk off the whore's wine, and they're going to themselves be slaughtered, but not before they do a mass amount of murderous activity. But in the end, they'll be discarded of. Satan is the ultimate narcissist. He love bomb all his patriotic white folk. That's what Trump does. He love bomb them. He make them feel really wanted and very helpful and very, very needed and very much the momentum of his campaign. But the momentum of his campaign is Satan. And Joe Biden is a feather on the same bird. He's just another wing on the same bird. The whole bird is sick. Y'all don't understand. America is done. It's done. It's over. Y'all got to pick between this sloppy mess and you just don't even want to get out of it. And you think the Most High is just going to protect you in the midst of that confusion when you could just literally do what he says and get out and leave and flee? You don't think you're being pursued? Yes, we know the wicked flee when no man pursue it, but you're being pursued by Babylon. Why you think black people are getting slaughtered, getting killed, getting hung, getting murdered in disproportionate rates? Why do you think they're the main ones that fill up the jail cells in Babylon? You're being pursued. It will behoove you to flee. You are being pursued. And the smart and logical and righteous wisdom would tell you to get out. The scriptures even say, avoid even the very appearance of evil. The righteous seeth evil afar off and hideth himself. He avoids it. He goes the opposite route. Resist the devil and he will flee. You know how many times Yehoshua escaped the hands of the beast and the hands of his, haters and the hands of those who wanted to kill him? Was he a coward? Was he foolish? No. He was very wise. His hour has not yet come. The Most High don't want you to die in Babylon. He don't want you to die there. He wants you to come out and live and behold the beauty of what he has for you. I'm in such a beautiful, beautiful land. I'm still in awe. I'm still in awe. I am star-strucken. I am just, wow, astonished. I am It's like so surreal to me how beautiful it is here and how courteous and wonderful the people are for the most part to us, because I'm not alone. I'm with my fellow brethren who made it out of Babylon as well. I can't even begin to interpret or explain the difference of crossing back over. Come out of Babylon. I'm not trying to make this video drawn and strung out and stretched out. They got the trigger ready. They got the button ready to push. They got the carpet ready to be pulled from underneath you. They are ready. They're not preparing. They're not pending. They're ready. Trump's army, his super soldiers for Satan, are ready. Y'all don't understand. I hear the lamenting. I hear the mourning of Jacob. And I hear Rachel's children. I hear them wailing. I hear them in despair. I hear the cries coming from Babylon. All across the board, from Black America to white America, Asia, America. You know, America is a melting pot of all of these other gods and confusion. I hear this confused noise of the battle, and it's all in devastation and despair. I'm telling you, get out of there. Make haste. Don't you delay no longer. Don't you put it on hold no longer. Don't you doubt no longer. I'm proof, and you don't have an excuse, because if I can make it out by faith, you as well can make it out by faith alone in the Most High. You are without an excuse. And the Most High will judge you accordingly, because you're not ignorant. There is a law for ignorance. There is a law of omission, but you're not ignorant. You know better. You've seen the proof. You've seen evidence. I told y'all I was going to make it out. And I know many people didn't hear me. They doubted me. They laughed, they mocked and say, oh, you still here trying to tell us to get out of Babylon. You still in America. Most High told me to make the video in America. Most High told me to say it while you're in Babylon, so they'll be without an excuse when I bring you out by faith, when I bring you out with a mighty outstretched hand, when I bring you out safely and successfully. They'll be without an excuse. So I was in America saying get out, and here I am on the other side saying get out, for thus saith the Most High, and you are without an excuse. I'm proof, I'm evidence, I'm a receipt, I'm a walking epistle of the Most High's mandate and his truth and his keeping power. You are without any type of excuse, any type of alibi, any type of doubt. You don't have no reason to. All praises be to the Most High. So, in conclusion of this video and this exhortation, America is on its last leg. It's hated. The scriptures talk about how the nations hate the whore. It is hated. It is the most coveted, envied place. Everybody is wanting to be like the whore, but at the same time they hate the whore and they want to take over her spot. So these other nations is going to ambush, and the anti-Mashiach is going to take her spot, the beast. So she got to go down. She got to go down for the anti-Mashiach to rise up in all his power. Because right now, that whore is standing as the most powerful country of them all. It got to go down. And you see it. You see this. You see this. You see it in all the rioting, the confusion, the COVID-19. Why America got to have the largest numbers of deaths in this so-called pandemic? Why is this the epicenter of, all the violence and the shootings and the death? And, why is this the place that is targeted for war? All these other nations aiming their missiles and sending out threats. That's because that's Babylon. prophesied in scriptures. It's not a mystery. It's not mystery Babylon. It's revealed. Just by its character, it's revealed that that's the whore. That's the whore. That is the whore. Come out of her. That means pick up your 2 feet and get out. You can't be consecrated in Babylon. Just like the children of Yasharal, the children of Israel could not be set apart in Egypt. They couldn't be set apart in Goshen. The Most High raised up Moses and Aaron to lead the people out. And Moses said, the Almighty said, let my people go, that they may go afar off into the wilderness and praise and worship him. They couldn't do it in Egypt. They had to go to the wilderness. They had to go to the landmass dedicated by the Most High. That's the proper way to worship him. You're not worshiping the Most High in Babylon. So while you're singing, eating, and being merry, just know it is a tinkling brass, a nuisance. Is annoying in the sight of the Most High. He don't want your praises in Babylon. Because while your praises are seemingly going up, they got to go through all that fog and smog and pollution and filth and debauchery and hatred and wicked and evil. And by the time they get to the Most High, it's a filthy stench in his nostrils. He don't want it. You can't offer strange fruit and burn strange incense before the Most High. It is an abomination. Get out of there. Stop trying to get your awards. Stop trying to get your comfort. Stop trying to get your pleasure in Babylon. Stop trying to get your feel and your belly full in Babylon. Get out or die. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. You're going to die. You're going to die if you stay in America. You're going to die. Black America, you don't have the power to fight this fight. And the Most High is not with you. He is not before you in this. If you don't come out, you're going to experience great woe, great tribulation. Get out of there. Get out of there. All praises be to the Most High, the King of the saints, the Almighty Yah, in Yahushua HaMashiach, mighty name. It is so ordered. Righteous, I love you. I salute you. The saints of the Almighty, I salute you. I bid you shalom. Be encouraged. Be uplifted. Be prepared. Make haste. Do what you got to do. The Most High be with you. Peace be with you. Shalom. Blessings.